Mark Rogers TV, always talking college football 24/7, 365 as we get you set for 2017. So check out my videos and subscribe to my YouTube channel where we cover college football like no one else. Also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, all at Mark Rogers TV, and the search for the audio versions on Podbean and iTunes at Mark Rogers TV. Okay, we're continuing our long and lengthy series. We are rating and ranking all the Power 5 and major independent schedules. That's 68 teams. We have made it all the way up to number 28. And Wake Forest from the ACC with the 8th most difficult one in the conference and what might be college football's most difficult conference. And Wake Forest, in their small way, helped the cause of that perspective with an upset win in postseason play last year over Temple. The Owls a 13-point favorite in that game. So Wake, looking at this schedule, of course, they have to deal with Clemson, Florida State, and also Louisville in its own division, to a lesser degree North Carolina State, also BC and Syracuse. So that's the division play, of course, for Wake Forest. What is key, especially in the 14-team conferences that play an 8-game schedule in particular, talking the ACC and the SEC, is who do you play in the other division? That is what really separates these schedules. Or, to a bigger extent, who don't you play? Because out of the 7 teams in the other division, Wake only plays the 2 opponents. So they have the set date against their non-division rival, Duke. That comes on November 25th. A team that, according to the ESPN Power Index, is number 52 in the nation. Earlier in the season, about midway point, October 21st, Wake Forest has a date at Georgia Tech. Otherwise, it's the typical ACC fare for Wake Forest. All right, out of conference, you've got Presbyterian, Utah State, Appalachian State, and also a date at Notre Dame on October 28th. So that is the non-conference schedule for Wake. It's typically soft, but they do, as a member of the ACC, have that random cycle in which they take on the Fighting Irish, and that game will be on the road in South Bend November 4th. Notre Dame at number 20 in the ESPN Power Index as of a couple of weeks ago. The 2 most difficult stretches for Wake Forest football in 2017. Florida State, Clemson. Now that's a stretch for you right there. Back-to-back September 30th and October 7th. Game at home in Winston-Salem against the Noles, then at Clemson. Then they've got the open date. Then they've got another difficult stretch of 3 games. Georgia Tech, Louisville, and Notre Dame starting October 21st. So Wake Forest is going to need to come out of the chute strong, win the non-conference games, and take out BC in particular in their ACC opener September 9th. The Boston College Eagles rated 76th according to ESPN's Power Index. And so Wake Forest has the 8th most difficult schedule in the ACC. It's number 28 in college football out of 68 in the Power 5. Let's discuss and debate right here on Mark Rogers TV.